actually learned about Sovereign Health. I moved from St. Louis to Arizona. My husband and I were getting a divorce, and my parents took me in to their home, and at that time I was drinking a lot. So I went into the hospital. I had a lot of mental health problems that were undiagnosed, and I was in there for a month, and my mom came to me and said, "You're not coming home. You either pick a place to go or you're out on the streets." So there were 4 different places to choose from, and I chose Sovereign just by looking at it, and some phone calls were made, and that's how I ended up here. Yes, many times I've been in treatment before. They do a much more rounded approach to this for the individual. It's not just how do I put it? You're not just a number in a system. They take individual needs into account. I'd say when I was looking on the internet, that the fact that they had a DD program and a mental health program, I originally came in for the dual diagnosis program, and then I realized that a lot of my drinking was due to mental health issues. I'm diagnosed as bipolar and PTSD, and I was admitted into they have a mental health program here, but they also have an acute mental health house that you can go into, and that's where I spent the last 6 months. I've been 8 months here. Shock. It's very overwhelming to come to a new place with your luggage, but everybody's very welcoming. That's one thing for sure. They want to make you as comfortable as possible. I just hope that I could get help this time, that I'd get my life under control, because after losing my husband and hitting rock bottom for the umpteenth time, I just, at this point, just said, this is my last chance to get things right, and I need to really be serious about the program. I say it's exceeded my expectations, and I think that really Sovereign it was the staff that did it in groups and in individual therapy, but you have to be willing to accept the information you're given, because you can't say that Sovereign saved my life. I was willing to take what they had to offer, and because of that, I can honestly say from April 21st till here it is, January 9th, I've done a 180 in this program, and I just feel phenomenal. And so because of Sovereign, definitely, it has saved my life because of everybody in it. Oh, that's always a challenge, but it's good because you go to groups, and that plays off in the house, the things that you're learning, and it's kind of like sometimes going back to college. You know, you have roommates, but that's life. You have to learn how to relate to people in life, and you have to have an understanding of other personalities, and that's just called being an adult, ultimately. Great experiences with staff and my therapist. I, of course, was unfortunate enough to have been here for this length of time, so I've gotten close with staff, and I adore them and respect their jobs. Their jobs are hard. house managers. It's no easy job to be a house manager. What they have to do and keep track of, and people who nitpick at little things and get antsy, the clients. I'm just like, just relax, there's a lot that needs to be taken care of. Sovereign has to run a big place for a lot of individuals, and my individual therapist, she was excellent. She was phenomenal and accomplished a lot during this time here. I'm in the acute mental health house, and on Monday and Wednesdays we go to the gym. Tuesdays and Thursdays at the beach in the morning. So the beach was always fun to go do that. So that was probably one of my favorite things to go do. And then I loved art therapy, which was on Wednesdays. So our house was structured different. We didn't go to the center for classes. We had groups at home, so it just met our needs differently. But it worked effectively for me. For us, a little bit what I said before, we go do an activity in the morning, we come back, or we come to the center, drop off things, drop off people for appointments, go back to the house, have lunch or whatever, and then we have group in the afternoon. It's typically 12:30 to 3:30, and then we're done for the day. And the groups are really good. I think they're good. And just talking about a variety of topics. And what's nice is we can bring up topics to talk about the next time. We have a lot of freedom in that for ourselves. Sovereign, what do I like most? Probably the staff. That's what makes it. I love waking up and knowing that I'm going to see staff. I get excited knowing that at 7 o'clock I know who's going to be there, and being able just to hang out and say hi. An integrated sense of the knowledge that I learned here, that I'm able to apply it. When I first came, I was very more intellectual about what I was learning, instead of integrating it into a more emotional aspect. And transitioning into the emotional side, I never thought that would be the greatest gift that I could ever have achieved for myself, because I feel like a whole person now. For newcomers, stick it out. It's rough in the beginning, and it's easy to get caught on that complaint train. It's really easy just to sit there and complain about things here and not focus on classes. Instead, don't worry about, medications get caught up or get slowed down, and let staff worry about that, and let those things that can be taken care of other people. And if you ask, be assertive about asking about things that are not going right for you. Don't be rude about it. And also, if your insurance lets you stay here longer, take that opportunity. This may be the only opportunity you get, and grab it. And that's what I did, and that's why I decided to stay longer, because I knew this was my last stop.